Okay, Judy, so we are putting the two strings together, much like we did last time, where we said if we start on the 1 here, we've also got the 3 to play over the 1 chord, okay? And I said you could do it in either order. We can go 1, 3, or 3, 1. Totally cool with me, except as a rule for especially this week, whenever you're playing the combination of two notes, I want you to start on the first string first, just for a rule, okay? It's not always going to be that way, but for right now, just to make it a little easier on us. So for that, we're going to go first string, second string. In this case, third scale degree, first scale degree. And by doing that, it's going to set it up so we can actually answer that as well, and then do it backwards. Okay, so if that's and 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and 1, 2 and, you've just played two measures. And that sets it up so we actually have them going in pairs. That's two measures. So over the 1 chord over 4 bars in the beginning of the 12-bar blues, we can actually do those twice. And 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and 1, 2 and, again 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and 1, 2 and then you've just completed the first line of the 12-bar blues with that 1 chord. Okay? One more time. And 4 and 1, 2 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 and. Now, that does it for the 1 chord. So every time you play the 1 chord, you're going to play that section, okay? 2 bars at a time. You'll never have less than 2 bars for a 1 chord, so you can always go. Okay? Alright, so now let's move on to the 4 chord. On the 4 chord, we can play the 4, 6, or 1. Now, on the first and second string, all we've got is the 4, played with our second finger, and the 1, played with our second finger on the second string. We got these two notes. Okay? So because they were played with the second finger, it's a little goofy to jump from this one string to another with the same finger, but we can do that. Remember, we're starting on the first string, and then we're going to answer it. Okay? So if the 4 chord comes around, and 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and 1, 2 and, that's your 4 chord measure. Okay? So just for the exercise, let's start on the 1 chord and play through the first 2 lines of the blues. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and 1, 2. Here comes the 4 chord, and 4 and 1, 2 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 and. Now, you're all the way through the first and second lines of the 12-bar blues. Here comes the 5 chord. On the 5 chord, you can play 5, 7, and 2. All right. Now, even though if I tell you which notes can you play on the first string, yes, you can play the 5, easy peasy. But then the second string, you can actually either play the 2 or the 7. For this exercise this week, I'm going to say, okay, cool, that 7 exists, but let's ignore it for a little bit because I want you to see this relationship. When you play 5, 2, it looks the same as playing 4, 1, if you can see that. One finger is having to play both strings, and they're back to back. They're on the same fret. So when the 5 chord comes around, I want you to go 5, 2, all right? And then when the 4 chord comes, I want you to play 4, 1. And that's it. That gets you from the 5 chord to the 4 chord. Because you don't have 2 measures of the same chord on the 5 chord to be able to answer it. You can't go, because there's not 2 measures, there's only 1. So you got on the 5 chord, you're going to go 5, 2, and then it goes to the 4 chord. 4, 1. And you should see that relationship. Okay? Eventually it'll become a little clearer of a relationship, but for right now it sort of introduces the idea that how the 5 and the 4 are related to each other as chords. So, on that last line, you're going to go 5 to the 4 chord to the 1 chord. So you're going to go and 4 and 5, 2 and 4 and 4 chord, and then the 1 chord. And that gets you through that last line. So one more time, the last line, 5 chord, 4 chord, and then 2 bars of the 1 chord. Here it goes, and 4 and 1, sorry, I'm going to tell you the 5 chord, and 4 and 5 chord, and 4 and 4 chord, and 4 and 1 chord, and that gets you through it. Okay? So, let's put that together with the music. Born in Chicago. A little fast. Four chord. Five chord. Four chord. One chord. And four N. And four N. And four N. And four N. Four chord. And four N. And four N. Five chord, sorry. Four chord. And four N. One chord. And four N. One chord. Four chord. And four N. Five chord. And four N. One more time. Going. Four chord. One chord. And four N. Five chord. Four chord. And four N. You get the idea. Okay, so because I think we're going to run out of time here, I'm at 7 minutes on the lesson that I want to keep going. So you get the idea. I think you're going to get this with no problem. If it feels a little fast, let it go. But if you notice also on my right hand, because I'm playing first string, second string, I'm actually going, with my right hand I'm going, let me think, M, I, M. Because I have time, I'm actually duplicating fingers. I'm just assigning a finger to that. I think it's easy to do that. I'm going, so for instance, I'm going, nice, Dean, do it again. Okay, not the end of the world if you do it any differently than that, but I think it's helpful. Okay, that'll do it. Have a good one.